Hello to all of my friends at Nintendo Live. It's me, Mario. Woohoo! Here with Super Ryan, #1. Haha!
Hello, thank you very much.
Good to see you.
And you.
Nice shirt you got on.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Always make sure to pick the most appropriate t-shirt.
It's great.
Hey, that's me.
If you hadn't noticed, I'm joined by the one and only Mr. Charles Martinet.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, I'm just great. Thank you
Yes.
very much. You know, I have such a great love affair with London and England. I absolutely love it here, and the people are so great. The architecture, the food, everything, the light is just fantastic. So, and I'm happy to be here. Absolutely thrilled to be, showing and playing Super Mario Maker. I was actually just making a level myself.
Oh wow.
Yes. I haven't really learned very much yet because I'm sort of I was obsessed with gold coins for the longest time. And now I'm trying to notice I put a couple of Goombas in there too. Just every once in a while it's good to have a Goomba.
Exactly.
Yes, a peril, yes.
So, first thing I sort of have to ask you really, because everyone at home is going to want to know.
Yeah.
How did you become the voice of Mario? And did you have any idea at all how big and important this role was going to be?
I had never heard of Mario. I had never heard of Nintendo. I was doing what all the actors do, waiting for the phone to ring, and I'm out there on the beach, the phone rings. I'm like, what about that? Hello? And it was a friend of mine who said, you've got to go do this audition. It's for a trade show in Las Vegas, and it's going to be great. I'm going to be in the show. You got to go. And I said, there's absolutely no way I would ever crash an audition. Where do I go? And I have no idea, but I actually went, and I was walking in the door as the producer and director and the cameraman were walking out with the camera under the arm, and I said, can I read for this part? And he looks at me and goes, all right, come on in. Look, you're an Italian plumber from Brooklyn, okay? So you're this video game character, and we're gonna glue things to your face, and when you talk, this real-time animation system is gonna make this video game character talk at the same time. So you go, hey, how you doing? My name is Mario, and it should do the same thing based on your movements of your face. We have no idea if this is gonna work or not, but you're gonna be interacting with audiences all day long. So start talking, make up a voice, make up a video game, whatever you want. Stop talking whenever you run out of things to say, and that's your audition. And I thought to myself, Italian plumber from Brooklyn. Get out of my face, don't bother me, And I thought, nah, I don't want to. If I was sitting there all day long talking with their children, I believe in fun for comedy. So I thought, well, I'll make a voice that's more fun. And I had played Gremio in Taming of the Shrew many years before. Nice Italian guy, talk like this. And I thought, I can make that younger, and then I'll just talk like that. But I know absolutely nothing about video games. Except, bong, 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 and waka, 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 waka. So my limited knowledge is that, I forgot, asteroids, stok, right? So I thought, I'll just make something up, but I have no idea what. All of a sudden I heard action, I said, hello, I'm a Mario, let's make a pizza pie together, And I started making up this game, and I was having so much fun with the voice, because it was so fun, and so, just playful and energetic, and I thought, well, I'll just keep going, because I'm sure he's going to say stop, and he didn't. And so I said, well, if you're not going to say stop, then I'll keep going. And then we'll ride the kitchen sink down the hill. And if I catch you with the kitchen sink, you have to push the kitchen sink up the hill and chase me with the kitchen sink. And I just kept going and going and going until I finally heard, stop talking. Cut. There's no more videotape. Thank you. We'll be in touch. And I thought, that's the kiss of death. Goodbye actor, out the door. And I went back to the beach, I watched the sunset. He got on the phone, he called Nintendo, he said, I found our Mario, I got him. And he only sent up my tape, and that was 25 years ago. Almost before you were born, young man. Right? So it's been 25 years of absolute joy and fun, and a 30-year anniversary of Mario now, and to see Super Mario Maker, and to realize that all the love and joy in video games, you get to be inspired and create or play other people's. I was playing other people's levels earlier today, and now I'm sort of just, okay, now I'm going to create a level with lots of mushrooms and powers and lots of rooms of gold coins. So you have this infinite potential of creating fun and joy yourself,
Watching you be the voice of Mario, we all think that must be the coolest job in the world. Mario is this most recognisable character on the planet, but Actually, do you ever feel any pressure knowing that how big Mario is? Does your job get really tricky at times?
It's the coolest job in the world. It's I love Nintendo. I love the video game culture. I love that people at Nintendo have such a passion for video games that's what keeps coming out over and over again through the years. And I think that the reason that Super Mario Galaxy 2 came out was because everyone was having so much fun with Galaxy 1, they couldn't stop designing and engineering and creating new enemies and new gravity fields. And so Mr. Miyamoto said, well, let's make, number 2, and so there's possibly the greatest game ever, or maybe you'll make the greatest game ever, I don't know, but, it's just that love of video games, and I'm so lucky to jump in and share on that. I love recording the games. It's a magical gift, and every session is totally fun. I love coming out and meeting people who love to play games, and going to fan shows and meeting fans. It's just it's one enormous gift for me, and something that I love. So I never feel pressure, because it's I know we all love video games, and that's a common bond in the world.
Do you have a favorite memory or a favorite few memories of working with Nintendo? Maybe it's a particular game that stands out?
Well, one of my favorite phone calls of my life was Mr. Miyamoto would like you to play Mario in a game that we're going to make, and I'm like, yahoo, whoopee, woohoo, and going into that session of Mario 64 and doing that. I'd been doing the real-time animation for 5 years before, so I had a sense of really developing the character, where that joyful optimism, happiness, fun, facing challenge with that let's go, and then in that session the magic of doing that and recording that for the first time, and then of course the magic of playing the game and seeing the game. I always love that. I go to E3 and I see like Galaxy for the first time, or Mario 64, or for the first time, or Super Mario Bros. U, and I have that sense of just total joy when I see the games. So it's just great every time I see a new game. And also for me, meeting fans is really it's quite something. I think it's an honor and it's a joy to do what I love to do in life so much, and to be recognized for that, because making a video game is a huge amount of work, as you will learn as you make each level in Super Mario Maker, right? This is not, it's a lot of fun, but it's very intricate. Imagine if you're creating the entire game in 3 dimensions and going in, it's an amazing undertaking that thousands of people eventually get involved in and do, and then I go in for 4-hour session, I go, woohoo, yippee! It's pretty cool.
So when you're sitting here, you're playing Super Mario Maker. And you're playing as Mario, jumping around, and you're hearing your own voice.
Yes.
Is that weird?
No, because I'm also doing it at the same time. I go, oh no! Whoa, 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 whoa! I tend to play that way.
That's brilliant. So have you ever been tempted over time, or have Nintendo ever mentioned ever altering Mario's voice, or is it a case of we've got something perfect here, don't touch it?
We have sound files that we save, so that there's always that reference that what it's supposed to sound like. So if ever I stray from that, we can find my way back to it for all the characters. And I think it's really a tribute to the creative teams at Nintendo that every Mario game you'll ever play, if you play the 8-bit Mario, or if you play 16-bit or the 64-bit, you go into the 3-dimensional, you'll always find a consistency of adventure. And things can change, and words and things can change, but there's a consistency that comes out of that love of the game, of creating that experience for the player. So if there's a variety in the voice, it's very slight, and it's over the years. And if anything, I think there's more energy and more fun as we've fleshed out the character more and more, to discover that it's more optimism, it's more joy, it's more fun. And I love that. I think that's a great piece of it to me, is the consistency of it.
Perfect.
And of course, read it through. Got to be consistent.
So if you're thinking about being consistent, is that the sort of thing where you'd say we'll never change it to be like a full dialogue, Mario talking in full sentences? You always want to keep it as the catchphrases that we have now.
Well, we have done some videos with Mario saying full sentences, but I trust the creative teams at Nintendo. That's a great thing about the relationship. I know that they know just the right amount of dialogue to put in there to make the experience about the gamer experiencing the game, you know. And if suddenly Mario said, well, this is interesting, a fire flower. What do you know about that? I wonder if I should pick it up and go with it or not. Well, maybe I'll just pick it up. You know, you'd sit there going,
yeah.
It'd be a different experience.
Yeah, yeah.
And right now, I trust that experience, and it is that common thread through all the games. There's there's a way that consistency makes you go, oh, it's a Mario game.
Yes. I've been playing Super Mario Maker
Okay.
probably more than any human actually should.
Yahoo!
Spending far too much time on it. But
What's your favorite part of it? Do you like the creating? Do you like being?
Actually,
are you the designer that makes it really difficult?
I at the minute I've not been good enough at it. I keep going into it and I try and make all these really hard levels.
Yeah.
And it takes such a long time to be getting used to all, because the amount of things that unlock as it goes along.
Right. Every day you get something,
Exactly,
some new
yeah,
tools, some new toys, and yeah.
So I sort of want to spend time with it first.
Yeah.
Just appreciating how much there is, you know.
Yeah.
But I wondered what you thought about what this is going to do for Mario platforming in the future. You know, are you excited about what's going to come next?
You know, I don't know. I hope there are going to be a lot of great game designers that come out of it, you know, because I think there is a real learning experience. It's like you will find that there's a Ryan genius in there where, well, I love to hide this, right? I love to put this there as well. Ooh, I love to put that challenge there. And as people go, oh, that was great, as they give you feedback, and you go, oh, okay, you like that? Maybe I'll try this. Yeah. And you'll find that you create a certain way, the way every artist finds his style. And I think that it'll do great things for Mario games, because we'll all just have fun.
Exactly.
That is the whole idea.
So we also have some questions from our readers at home, if you wouldn't mind answering some of those.
Hello, readers at home.
Thank you very much. We had so many questions.
Oh, great.
So I've had to narrow it down a little so we didn't run out of time.
Sure. Okay, readers from home.
Okay, so the first question is from Gamer Mole.
Gamer Mole. Hello, Gamer Mole.
So he says, you would have collected some rather neat or rare items during your time as Mario. Just wondering what your most treasured item is and how did you come about getting it?
Oh, that's great. You know, I do have a lot of great fun Mario things. The treasure for me is the memory. You know, that's really,
lovely.
Yeah, the joy. Yeah, it's fun. Remembering the fun, remember meeting fans, remember hearing from people. You know, people say the nicest things to me. You know, you're the voice of my childhood. And that, you know, that touches. So that's the best part, the memories.
Good, right. I love that answer. That's a lovely answer. Dave the Shrew.
Hello, Dave the Shrew.
Why does your signature always have a boo on the end of it? I have a couple of your autographs and it's always got me thinking, why boo?
Why boo? It's not a boo. It's a happy face with a mustache. I'm just so bad at writing my name. It's Charles Martinet. You know, I try like this, and then it goes like that, and then there are two eyes and a smile and a mustache in the middle.
There you have it. Had it wrong all along.
Oh well, I did. A boo, a B-O-O.
Yeah. Yep. Not a boo.
I'm gonna have to write my name a few times so I can find it.
Maybe we should get this person to like send us in this photo.
Maybe, yeah, really. Maybe, you thought the mustache was like King Boo's. No, it's not King Boo. It's a mustache.
Okay, I have sort of merged two questions into one here because I thought they fitted quite well. So Shift has asked, did you always want to be an actor, or did you have any other dreams for your profession? And Vokes has also added in with, what advice would you give for someone who wants to freshly start out as a voice actor?
Sure. I never wanted to be an actor. I was absolutely terrified. I was at UC Berkeley, and I left UC Berkeley, and a friend of mine said, come and take an acting class from me. And I said, Les, there's no way I would ever take an acting class. I could never stand in front of people and talk. He said, no, come on. There's a cafeteria there where student chefs are learning how to be a cook. So we'll have lunch, and then we'll just go to the class. Then you just enjoy the class and don't worry about it. And he totally tricked me, because obviously he spoke to my stomach, which has listening power. And so I said, oh, well, okay, I'll just take a class, but I'm not going to do anything. No, I just memorize a monologue or whatever, And I went to the class, and we had to memorize a monologue, and I remember doing that and thinking, oh well, maybe I can get out of this. And hiding in the back of the class as one person after another went, and finally everyone had gone but me, and I heard, well, Charles, you're up. and I went up to the, my leg was shaking like this, my right leg was shaking like this, and oh, you know, and of course it's like, my name is Joe, I died a terrible death in a fire, you know, it's all about this Spoon River anthology, everybody had died, and it was like your monologue about dying, you know, and I'm shaking like this, so I put my weight on that foot, and then that foot started shaking like this, I'm like, oh my goodness, and I'm going through the monologue, and I have no idea what I'm saying, and then I go, okay, put your weight evenly between the two feet, put your legs apart more, and then put the weight evenly. Then they won't do that. And then they're both going like this, and I'm convinced that people are hearing, I died a horrible death. And you know, and I finished the monologue. I didn't die. Just let it, you know, I didn't die. And I get to the end, and people went, wow, it's amazing because you're the only person that wasn't nervous. And I went, what? And you know, I thought, well, if that, wow, really? And I just started acting more, and I actually didn't get a part that I thought I was perfect for, and that set the fire of acting for me, and I started doing that, and then I went back and I auditioned with the monologue for the part that I didn't get, and I ended up in professional theater, and then I came to England to the Drama Studio of London to get professional training. Went back, and just I had been so fortunate to fall in from one thing to the next until this wonderful work with Mario came in. And I would say to anybody, if you want to get into acting, voice acting, film acting, television acting, theater acting, it's all the same thing. You have to create a character that's real and based on elements of real human beings. So studying psychology and communication is one thing. And then learn how to be an actor. And watch TV and watch cartoons if you want to be a cartoon actor, and see a guy with a big jaw might talk with that, you know, or a guy with beady eyes might talk like that, and you start doing and emulating and creating characters as well as just imitating other people creating characters. You realize as you watch people walk down the street, somebody walking a certain way might have a certain sound to his voice, or you hear a certain accent and you respond by okay, let me learn, see if I can do that accent too. So you learn, and then you get to the audition or the job, and you throw all the learning out the window, and you become like the dog chasing the ball or the stick on the beach. You just go get it and have fun, because anytime you anticipate what people want, you know, oh, I'm going to sound like this, so the producer will like that. Oh, we want a resonant, experienced voice. Well, I would be resonant and experienced. Well, where is that voice for you? And if you're trying to find it for somebody else, it's just like life. It won't work, you know. It won't work. But the minute that you let go of that watching eye of you and run after the ball, run after that stick, and do it with your love and passion and joy, that's what will work for you. And that's the way life is too, isn't it? When you do like what you do, you love what you do, and it finds its way to you. You live your joy, your passion, your dream. And life is just like a video game, you know? Every day you choose the character you're going to be and how you respond to the world as you go through the adventure of each level of each day, you know? And eventually you've created your destiny, your life.
Again, what an amazing answer. The next one is from Westermac.
Oh, yes.
So my 2-year-old son excitedly refers to Mario Kart 8 as, I very nearly did an impression there, and then I realised just who was in the room with me.
No, let's not do it.
No.
Oh, come on!
Let's not embarrass myself. So, do you want to tell you what?
All right. What defines it?
Okay.
Aha!
So, my 2-year-old son excitedly refers to Mario Kart 8 as...
Woo-yow!
That's for you.
Woo-yow!
That is for you, Westermac.
Woo-yow! Woo-yow!
Which he picked up from Mario. Do you have a favourite catchphrase of Mario's, or have you been responsible for coming up with anything yourself?
Well, you know, we do a script and then we improvise. We have ideas coming in from Japan, from America, you know, from the people that work with Nintendo in the creative departments, and that they know that this move or that move is going to be that way. So, yes, I invent, we all invent together, you know, and the great thing is, when you work with great creative people, nobody has to say, I said that, you know, so we all have credit for doing these fun little things. Like, I don't even know where spaghetti, ravioli, mamma mia came from, but I'm so glad it's there. It's a collaborative effort, you know. It really is. It's so much work to make a video game.
Yeah.
Yes. Like you'll learn. Although it's also so much fun to make a video game because you get to create and the possibilities are infinite. You know, one of the things I love about Super Mario Maker is, you know, you can use 8-bit technology you know, from the original Super Mario Brothers, and you can stick it right, you know, some of those little secrets and surprises. Yeah. And there are things in there that are surprises that you will find that you may never have seen before. Ha ha!
Now, the last question
that
we have is from Cloud02.
Hi, Cloud02.
Not necessarily the most important question, but I thought it was quite a good one. So what would be your ultimate toppings on a pizza?
My ultimate toppings on a pizza.
So
well,
we all just need to know this.
Right? Yeah. You know, honestly, I would put a couple of excellent mushrooms on there.
Yes.
Oh yes, because I would like one that you take a bite and you know, a couple of extra one-ups. You know, so you get a little more life, a little more size, and you know, I want that sort of like something will give me that power too. I wonder if maybe there had to be a leaf on there, so you take one bite and you become Tanuki, Charles. Usually, though, honestly, I like pepperoni, extra cheese, and mushrooms. That's my perfect pizza.
Yeah, no, I pretty much agree with that actually. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. And there's one more thing for us to say. So.
Oh yeah, don't forget, subscribe to Nintendo Life, #1. Ha ha!
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much.